As far as Chinese suppliers, this time of year, what typically happens is they ask to increase the prices. And there's a few different ways or reasons or excuses that they use as to why they want to increase the prices. So forewarned is forearmed. So here's how to approach each of those things. The two most common ones, in my experience, are exchange rate issues and cost of materials going up, because both of those two things allow your factory to save face by blaming something else. It's not me, the greedy factory owner, that wants to make more money. It's not that. It's the currency conversion that's no longer in our favor, and I've got to pass that cost on to you, for instance. It's not me, the greedy factory owner, that wants to make more money. It's my cost of supplies that have gone up, and I just have to pass them on to you, okay? They're the two biggest reasons that they will ask for price increases. Anyway, so first one's simple. Just go check. Just go check. So you can see here, this is the 1 year moving average of the yuan versus the dollar. This is what they'll always quote you on, and you can see what's going on. I mean, even over a year, 16 cents to 14 cents, it's not really much at all. Okay, so be mindful of that. If they're asking for a 10% increase on the unit cost of the product, and they're saying it's because the renminbi is now much weaker against the dollar, you could just say, well, okay, but it's not 10% weaker. You can kind of use that. All right. The other one is they will come to you and say, well, the product cost has to go up because my cost of goods has gone up. My cost of production has gone up. Okay. So for instance, most people think of a factory in China as having like a big production floor, and there's big machines going on and everything is produced in-house. That's what most people think of. But the truth is, most factories are assembly lines. So they buy in disparate components from all sorts of different places, and then they manufacture a specific element of the product in-house, and then they assemble the whole thing together. That's the type of factories that we deal with, okay? We're not dealing with the factory that makes the zip, for instance. That's not who we're dealing with. We're dealing with the factory that takes the zip and puts it onto a bag, for instance, okay? So how does that help us? Well, that helps us by, if they say, we need to increase the cost by 10% because our costs have gone up by 10%. Well, actually, they won't have gone up by 10% across the board. What's plausible is that their zip has gone up by 10% because the cost of steel has gone up by, stainless steel has gone up by 10%, okay? And you can check that sort of shit by looking at the price of things. So for instance, stainless steel, the most common stainless steel is something called 304 stainless steel. That's what most companies, most things that we buy, that's what it's made of, 304 stainless steel. Okay, so you can check the spot price of that over time to see if it's gone up really, really easily. And what you want to say to your factory is, what of the elements that go into my product have gone up in price? So if this is the product that you're selling, stainless steel rolling pin, and they're putting the price up by 10%, it's very easy for you to go and check the spot price of steel to see, yeah, actually that's legit. Steel's gone through the roof. I get it. Their costs have gone up. My cost must go up too, and I've got to pass that cost on to my customer too, okay? But if I'm making something like, if I'm selling something like an electric oven, a pizza oven, well, what element of that oven has gone up in price? Is it the plastic that makes up the lid? Is it the molding that makes up the housing of it? Like, what's actually gone up in price? What is it? And you want to ask them that. Say, what element of this has gone up in price? Make them tell you what's going on. And just by doing that, that's the very good way of starting a negotiation process. You don't want to be in a situation where you're being an asshole. I'm not suggesting that, but I'm suggesting that you educate yourself and get them to tell you what's going on. All right, that's the best way to do it. All factories try this. They try it all the time. Very, very easy way of dealing with it is to do that.
That was a video from my regular Monday night Q&A session with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. We are a community of over 2,500 e-commerce professionals right around the world. We're the fastest growing e-commerce community right here in Australia, for instance, with sales, by the way, of over $50 million. If you'd like to find out more about what we do, get yourself off to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. That link is in the description. I will see you on the next video. Until then, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.